Former Adelaide United coach Coolen may be required to leave the country before his claim of breach of contract is resolved. Coolen was 18 months into a 4-year term as senior coach of the Reds when he was demoted to head up the youth squad, later leaving the club. It was an impressive start for Coolen, who led the Adelaide United to an undefeated opening in the 2010 A-League season and continued on to play finals, finishing third on the ladder. But after a series of losses late 2011, the 44-year-old Dutchman was demoted from the top job and asked to continue on as youth coach. When the previously sacked John Kosmina stepped in as head coach, Coolen cut all ties with the Reds, claiming the move was a breach of his employment contract with the club. Adelaide United lawyer Andrew Clare says the club was within its rights. Today the court heard that employment contract was valued at $275,000 a year plus tax incentives. But the Dutchman, who currently resides in Australia under a visa, may be deported before a claim to what he argues is unpaid salary is resolved. The parties will attempt to reach an agreement over the coming month. If a resolution is not achieved, the matter is likely to come before the courts for a hearing early this August. Georgette March, 9 News. It is hoped the program will not only make diabetes more manageable, but eventually eliminate the condition altogether. It is hoped the program will not only make diabetes more manageable, but eventually eliminate the condition altogether. Over the counter, no restrictions. Getting your hands on the dangerous stimulant couldn't be easier.
It's just like taking 8 cups of coffee and a line of speed.
It's the latest in pre-workout supplements designed to help you lift heavier weights for longer. Jacked and Mesomorph are just 2 of the brands available in Adelaide.
It's pretty intense, hits you pretty quickly.
It gets the heart pumping and you can actually, it feels like you get out an extra 2 or 3 reps at least.
The downside is they contain caffeine and the active ingredient 1,3-dimeth or DMAA, a substance that elevates blood pressure and has been linked to nausea, stroke, heart attacks and sudden death.
It's very similar to amphetamines, and in fact it's been implicated or being investigated for the death of 2 soldiers in the America as we speak.
The substance is banned in New Zealand, Canada, the European Union and by the World Anti-Doping Agency. It is also being used as a party drug and, disturbingly for some transport officials, by some truck drivers.
We'd always be worried about any substance that any truck driver is using to help them stay alert. We'd expect the drug authorities to take appropriate action.
The Therapeutic Goods Administration have indicated plans to ban the drug, but a decision will not be made until the end of the month. Currently, the product will remain on our shelves.
I think they should be removed from South Australian shelves till we have some more information.
Georgette March, 9 News. When a New Zealand penguin lost her bearings and washed up near Mount Gambier, experts gave her a slim chance of survival. After swimming 3,000 kilometres off course, she was found in a critical condition, severely underweight and with a 5-centimetre gash in her side. 3 weeks on and the penguin is making a spectacular recovery.
Doing very well, put on over 1 kilo of weight. She's got a bit more attitude, which is always handy.
With the help of AMRO carer Aaron Shardo, she has returned to a respectable weight and is now enjoying squid and fish.
She has to prove that she's worthy of that colony. What we don't want to do is release a sick animal.
With only 3,000 penguins like Katrina in the wild, carer Aaron Shardo is hoping for a successful future once she has returned to full health.
Because she's a rescued animal, we have to then put forward a release application with a management plan associated with how we're going to release her, where, and what contingencies we put in place in case she washes up again. So we're thinking on along the lines of offshore release, maybe with a tracker.
But experts are split over what is meant by a successful future. The question remains, what does the future hold for Katrina? While an application will be made to release her in Australian waters, New Zealand may seek to enforce their policy of release where found. Taronga Park Zoo have also expressed an interest in housing the popular penguin. Georgette March, 9 News.